Alright, so this will be a short lesson on how to play bar chords on the guitar. What we mean by bar chords is when we take usually the index finger, and instead of pushing down just one string at a time, we would use the side of our finger, you'll see in a minute what I mean by the side, to push down more than one string. 2 strings or 3 strings, 4, 5, 6, and we are barring those strings. Hence the name bar chord. Now my suggestion to you, if you're trying this for the first time, do not start with a full bar. Okay, I remember being a 7-year-old some 40 years ago. Yeah, that would make me about 46 years old. And trying to play a full bar, and my fingers would hurt, and this muscle right here, if this muscle hurts, you got to stop everything you're doing and take it easy. You don't want to hurt this muscle. This is not a very large muscle, but it will hurt if you overuse it. So anyways, I suggest you start with a 2-string bar. Right here, you're gonna take the first finger in the first fret, and instead of using the tip of your finger like we usually do, I'm gonna ask you to use the back of your finger and a little bit on the side. Not this, but a little bit of that. You'll see in a minute why. And just use that at first, just one string. I'm gonna play here so you can see my hand. And now I want you to move your finger up a bit and try to push down 2 strings. And you might get a buzz at first. See how my finger is there? That's the wrong place to be. You want to go as close to the metal fret as possible without actually touching it. Don't go on it because then you'll get a muffled sound. But you want to be very close to it on your right side. So here's a 2-string bar. You can try this exercise maybe. And you can release the tension between each fret. In other words, don't keep squeezing as you slide. You squeeze a little bit, play, release, play, release. So you can do that a few times. Release, release, release. Okay, get all the way up if you want, 12th fret or even higher. Then you can try a 3-string bar. And again, 1 string, move up, 2, move up, 3. Okay, and try this in exercise. Make sure you get a clean sound first. So if you go here, so you might get that kind of sound, a muffled sound. So go here. So here's your exercise again. Okay. Now you can try a 4-string bar. And so on. Then you can try a 5-string bar. Again, if your hand starts to hurt, you need to stop and relax. Don't overdo it at first. If you've never played bars before, then this muscle is going to be quite active. So make sure you don't overwork it. And then a 6-string bar. Now, a couple of words about the position of your index finger. I was saying before that you don't want to go right behind the fingernail, right here. You want to go on the side. If you look at my finger, I will show you how the strings make a mark on the side of it, kind of. See, like right here. Why is that? Well, because if you go this way, you have to use too much strength this way, and your hand will get tired. But if you turn on the side a little bit, you are now using each joint in there, because it's not just muscle pull or muscle push, but it's actually the bone inside your fingers helping you push down. Okay, so I'm gonna say two things here to help you use as little energy as possible. That's right, as little push as possible, as little squeeze as possible. You don't want to squeeze very hard. I know that sounds like the opposite of what you want to do, because you'll get a buzz, but you need to do two things to reduce the amount of squeeze that you should put in, because you don't want to get too tired. First thing is, again, using the side of your finger a little bit. And the second thing is you want to use the weight of your arm. You want to let gravity help you. So I'm gonna show you something. I'm holding onto my guitar this way, and I'm gonna let go. So look what happens to my hand. It falls down because gravity is pulling it down. So when I do my bar chord, I'm actually allowing gravity, the weight of my arm, to push down on the chord as well. Okay, and so again, using the side of the finger a little bit, and then allowing the weight of your arm to kind of, so if you let go of this bar right now, your hand should fall down. If you let go and it doesn't fall down, that means you're relying only on this kind of strength. So you are doing you're using a lot of this muscle right here, and you might get into problems with that. If you overuse it, you might get cramps while you play and all that kind of stuff. So you want to make sure that you use the side of the finger and also allow gravity to pull down on the string as well. So again, started with a one string bar. I know that's not a bar, but there's the idea of it on the side of the finger, then a 2-string bar, a 3-string bar, 4, and so on. And then the next thing you want to do, you want to add one additional finger besides the bar finger. So what I would say is a 2-string bar with the second finger here. So we have this. So after you play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-string bar all the way up and down if you want, then you can go back here to a 2-string bar and add the second finger right here. And notice how my fingers are not in a perfect position. They don't look the same either. Why? Well, because they have different lengths, you see. So when you bend them up, they're gonna look, each finger's gonna look a little bit different. That's okay. As long as there's no pain, as long as your wrist is not doing anything weird, it's gotta be straight. And you want to use the tip of the finger except for the bar. So here's the next thing you can try. Again, 2-string bar here, and second string, third string, I should say, third string, second fret, second finger. And again, release between each position. Okay, and you do that for a while. Now please understand, everything I showed you so far, it may take you longer than one day, than one practice session. This might take you a week, maybe. Lots of exercising, lots of work. that you keep coming back to. And then after you've done that, you can add an additional finger. So you have this 2-string bar, second finger here, and the third finger right there. I'm on this 4th string, 3rd fret, 3rd finger, and now I have an actual F chord, which I'm strumming 4 strings. Okay, so then you can try this. Remember to release the tension between each position, each fret. Okay, and then you can do a 3-string bar, a 4-string bar, and eventually you can play this F chord this way. I'm skipping through a few steps now. I'm gonna bar all the strings, put my second finger here, my 3rd finger there, and my pinky there. So this is bar, second finger is on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, ring finger is on the 5th string, 3rd fret, and the pinky is on the 4th string, 3rd fret. And here's the sound of that. It might be a little buzzy at first, that's okay. Just do the best that you can, and then you can try this. Here we go. All right, now everybody has a different hand, obviously, different length of fingers, different instrument, different hand size, different arm size. So you'll have to find out what works for you as far as comfort. And for me, when I play a full bar, it's usually easier if my finger goes a little bit higher. Not just that, it goes actually there. So actually that 6th string right here, I'm pushing it with this joint right here. This first joint at the bottom here is on the 6th string for me, and for some reason for my own hand, you know, that seems to work pretty well. So you get a clean sound, and also you can do 1 string at a time if you want. This way you can see if there's any buzz. Okay, so I would say that F major is probably the first chord you should play, and if you can play that F chord as a full chord, then you'll be in good shape and you can try other chords. Now if you struggle with this, I'll show you one more trick. If it's hard for you to do what I did here step by step, you can try, I'll show you one more thing, I'll close the video. You can try this. Find your F chord, I'll bring my guitar here, this way. No bar at first. First finger, 2nd string, 1st fret. Second finger, 3rd string, 2nd fret. 3rd finger, 4th string, 3rd fret. So I have this, this, and that. Let me strum that. So I'm not strumming the 1st string because that's open. So look, I'll play here so you can see. Okay. Well, that's an F chord, but you can only strum that because the string is open. And now what you want to do, I'm showing from this angle maybe. What you want to do now is you want to simply collapse that 1st finger like this and keep the fingers in place. And now I have a mini bar chord, like a 2-string bar chord. So here's F, playing just these 3 strings, and then collapse this finger on purpose, and now I have that. This with a pick. Okay, so that's one little trick that you can try. I'll end the lesson here. Playing bars is difficult at first. People struggle with this. And I would say that the most important thing in playing bar chords at first is not even how clean these chords are. That's right. It's okay to get a little buzzy at first. I would say that the most important thing is that you have a good position and close to zero discomfort. There might be some discomfort, but there shouldn't be any pain. If there's any pain, you stop and fix whatever you need to fix. Don't ever play with any kind of pain. The only kind of pain you can play with for a while is fingertip pain. When the strings got into your fingers and that hurts a little bit at first, that's fine. But if your wrist hurts, if your shoulder hurts, if your back hurts, if your lower back hurts, if this muscle hurts right here, then you need to stop and fix something. Okay, I'll stop here. If you have any questions or comments, write them at the bottom. This lesson is for some of my students who are learning how to play right now and we can't meet because of the stay-home order. The rest of you can watch and ask any questions you may have. Have a wonderful day. See you in the next video.